Thanks for joining us on Connection here today on TKO8 Television. Dennis King and Heather Jones, it's always a pleasure to be with you each week as we bring in different organizations and talk about what's going on around the broadcast area. Hopefully that's important to you and that you won't miss some of these events. We got some interesting events coming up. How's everything down Frenzy Way?
Good.
Nice dress.
Thanks. Like, you know, this is the peekaboo sleeves. That's what this is called.
Sleeve.
You need to get you some of this.
Actually, I have a couple of shirts that I didn't know that's what you call it, but somebody ripped the sleeve off on it. I didn't realize that's what
it's a peekaboo sleeve.
Peekaboo sleeve.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So if you could, do this to your own
Actually,
shirts.
I call mine lack of knowing how to sew it back to the sleeve.
Back to school.
I'm the only person that can sew a button on. I get it on the wrong side.
Yeah,
I realize it after the fact.
I can't sew either.
I'm
so
terrible.
Yeah.
How's everything going?
Good. Back to school. Tax-free weekend coming up.
Yeah. Boy, it doesn't seem like it's getting time for school to start. I guess, around August 20th, about in that
I think
time?
Everybody starts back August 20th.
August
Teachers
20th?
go back like the 13th.
Wow.
Because I hear that whining at home.
Yeah. You got a teacher.
Yeah,
coach.
worse than the kids.
Yeah. So, but actually, most of the schools, got maybe a week to 10 days more summer vacation than they have normally because we didn't have
way
we had
early.
such a mild winter and didn't use the snow days up.
Yeah, so that's I don't know why they're griping. I didn't get 3 months off.
We didn't get the whole month off, 3 months of summer.
No. Every time I hear the griping at home, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm the only one in this house that's worked for 3 months.
So the sympathy factor is not really there with you?
No, the bad thing that happens is my home improvement stops.
Home improvement.
See, I keep him busy all summer. I keep him focused.
You know, we've thought about doing a home improvement show. Would you be the ideal family for that?
Yeah.
That would be good.
And it would be comical.
Now, what's the one where they go in and they just start taking sledgehammer and start beating the walls down and that kind of stuff, you know?
It happened at my house a couple of times, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, but, you have to keep that energy focused during the summer, otherwise nothing happens. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear everything's going good. It's been hot. Looks like it's going to continue to be hot all the way through the time frame, and it's we hope it's not good. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to talk to a man that's got a big event coming up over at the lake at Diamond City here on Connect.
When I went to Dental Creations on the square, I had been to 2 or 3 different places, and I could tell right away that was the place I wanted to be. Being a performer in Branson, I was desperately needing something done to my teeth, but I didn't have no room for finances, and she showed me this package plan, and now I'm making monthly payments on my new dentures, and very affordable. If anyone is looking for dentures, I recommend Dental Creations down on the square, because that's the place to go.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King and Heather Jones, and our first guest today has actually been with us once before, Joe Harless. Thank you so much for coming in. And
good morning.
Coming from over at Diamond City Way, and you've given me some information, and the first annual Sugarloaf Canoe, Kayak, and Sup Race and Paddlers Gathering. That's a long title, Joe. Good job.
That is.
Is there an acronym for that?
I don't know. We'll find out later. We'll figure it out. It's on August 11th, so it's coming up real close.
It is coming up.
Yeah. So why are you promoting this? What's going on? What else going on over there?
Well, and I got my notes again. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Joe.
Our goal is to establish the Lead Hill Diamond City area as a fun place to go, where you can go for entertainment, relaxation, swimming, fishing, and now water sports. And so that's the goal. We're trying to create a paddlers community like they have over on the White River or wherever you have a large river. St. Louis has one, where people, it's normal, it's common. Young people get into paddling clubs. You have organizations that teach them how to build their own boats. There's a lot involved, and it deals a lot with health. It really does.
Good.
Promoting physical activity. If you don't mind, I'll read you this is the magazine I write for, and this I answered that in here. Okay, it's just a sentence. It said, I write for night flying and I play music. I love to simply mess about in boats. And that's from Wind in the Willows. It's a little quote. And it said, not noisy, gas-guzzling, wake-making monsters, but quiet, stealthy, environmentally kind, human-powered pond pounders. So now that I live in Bull Shoals Lake, right next to the East Sugarloaf Branch, why not have a race?
That's a good idea. That's
That's-
great. Well, it's a great spot. I mean, it's a beautiful lake over there, and you know, unlike some of the other, well, for instance, Table Rock Lake, you know, just to the west and north of Bull Shoals, which is all part of the White River chain.
Right.
It's so commercialized.
Yes,
and
it's
it is
too
so
busy, too
busy.
big a
There's so
boat.
many boats and jet skis, and it's just
Big boats.
But it's
Right.
probably the best kept secret just to the east and south, which is Bull Shoals Lake, right on down the White River chain. And it's so serene and quiet. I mean, you have some boats, but it's like nothing. I mean,
It's not
I paddle
crowded.
2 or 3 days a week up there,
Yeah.
and beautiful shoreline, access to tons of wildlife. You see the deer and
Oh, yeah.
in a kayak or a canoe, they don't even know you're there.
Right.
And if you go out early in the morning, it's beautiful, and you get in good shape.
that's great.
Yeah. How's the reception been for this kind of event?
Can only say fantastic. The Corps of Engineers, when we presented it to them, they were really happy with it. They were great to work with. Young people are seeming to get really excited about it.
Right.
Because young people like to be challenged.
Sure.
Okay, they want to prove themselves. And this is one way you can do it. You can improve yourself in a lot of ways related to it, health-wise, psychologically. One man came to us. He's actually outside, right at Diamond City. He has built from scratch his own kayak to compete in. It took him 11 days from beginning to end. And all the kids got to see it, and he's willing to teach other people how to build kayaks.
Wow.
It's a really neat looking boat.
good.
We have probably 7 or 8 Boy Scout troops. The local Boy Scout troop here is going to be running the dunk tank, where you throw a ball
Sure.
and knock somebody in. So we're going to have events like things like that happening. We have a SUP instructor, a lady that teaches at all the resorts in Branson.
Okay. Now tell people.
We're at a lot of resorts.
Tell the people what SUP you told me.
Okay. A SUP is a great big surfboard. It's extra wide. It's about that thick, and you stand up on it and paddle. So you're involving all the muscles from your feet all the way up.
Wow.
And it's a female sport. I think like 98% of the people involved are women.
I don't see that going well
I
for me.
saw you on one of those boards.
I have trouble just standing up, period.
You didn't happen to have a fishing lure between
No,
your.
no. Yeah,
I'm not
me
gonna
standing
comment.
on
I have to
surfboard
throw
in the
that
water. I bet it's great for those that are maybe a little more coordinated than I am.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, it's really, we're getting support. Springfield, there's a lady there that owns dance studios. She's also big in the kayak paddling
Right.
community.
Okay.
She's promoting it in Springfield. We've got Springfield now and Branson. We have actually people who are coming from 5 different states. And you know what's kind of neat? I guess I don't know how to say this. They're coming to Boone County, not Boone County going somewhere else for entertainment.
Right.
And that's kind of flipping the table.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that is. So we're getting really good support. We must be on 30 different websites. We're linked to all these paddling organizations.
Sure.
And I don't know if you know this, but the Olympic training facility is in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And I just thought, wouldn't that be cool if in a couple of years, the guy that's in the paddling competition at the Olympics is from Boone County?
That'd be neat.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So this is a family-friendly event. I mean,
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's spectator friendly, family, because everybody can paddle. My kids started paddling when they were 4 years old. Where we're holding it is at Roberts Lakeshore Resort,
Right.
which is on the East Sugarloaf.
Right.
That has a giant tapering yard, like down to the water, that will seat over 1,000 people. It's got trees on it. And the neat part is you can see the entire race course. It's 1 mile. and it's a buoyed course, and they go around and around. So instead of just seeing them go by one time, when you're sitting there, you're watching the whole event, and there's 6 different races. So it'll start early in the morning, and hopefully will be done by about 4:30.
I have a different question for you.
Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever asked this question. Where were you last night?
Boy, we could get this.
Is my wife watching?
Hey, this is a family show now. Remember.
I actually, where was I last night? Well, I was giving a little speech at the kickoff dinner for the White River canoe race, which is it's in Bull Shoals. That's where it took off, right at the bottom of the dam.
Right.
They've got almost 200 people paddling, and right now, whatever, it's about 10 o'clock, 10:15. They should be passing Calico Rock.
Yeah.
It's about a 128-mile race, and it ends in Batesville.
Yeah.
And the neat part about it, well, I was there. I spent 2 hours with them. I gave away the flyers, the entrance forms. There were people there. I wrote it down. They were from Kentucky. These are whole van loads of people. Kentucky, Indiana, Wisconsin, Texas, Ohio, Louisiana.
All over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were coming to spend a week and race here.
Okay, I got to move you on.
Okay.
We're about to run out of time. Concert. You got a concert coming.
Absolutely.
Okay, talk about it quickly.
Okay, why not? Why not have a concert? You know, we've got a great event all day long. Then all the people are there. They're tired. They really don't want to, go. They've been all day. So what they can do is we put on this concert. We've booked in the Free Whiskey Band,
Okay.
which just won the Texaco Country Shootout.
Okay.
They're country rock, southern rock, a really good band. We've got a pro sound system. We got the Rebel Hounds, which is a 3-piece jug band opening up for them,
Okay.
old time country. So it's it's just going to be an amazing show. The band starts at 5. The music goes till 10.
Okay.
Anybody that goes in the daytime, like is there for the paddling and all, they get to stay for free for the concert.
Let's tell them the most important thing before we run out of time. If somebody wanted to sign up for this event,
Okay.
tell them how to do that real quick.
Call the Diamond City Hall
Okay.
at 870-422-7212.
Okay.
Or go on the diamondcityarkansas.org website, and you can download the entrance form. It's all right there on our website.
So easy to sign up.
Yes.
Either one of those. I must tell you, Joe, I like what you're doing here. This is, Boone County. Anything we can do is to keep people in Boone County from going somewhere else, and to bring people in to see where we live and see what Boone County and the area. We have beautiful lakes and streams, and it's just a great place to live. And I think this is going to draw some national attention. I mean, it may not the first year too much, but as you go forward, the word gets out with all the websites and stuff. That's fantastic.
Well, we've already been contacted by the Arkansas Department of Tourism. They're sending a writer and a photographer.
Fantastic.
And they want to include it in their book next year.
Very good.
And so, we're going to get some massive publicity, and that's what we're after, to bring people here.
Very
Help
good.
our economy.
Joe, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you
appreciate
for
coming
having
in.
me.
You have a wealth of information here about this stuff, and I'm envious of the fact that you live right there with the lake, and you can go out early morning in a kayak or a canoe and have some fun. So maybe I'll get to
I'm glad you come up and join me.
I will.
Come up and join me.
Joe Harless with us today. We're talking about the first annual Sugarloaf Canoe, Kayak, and Sup Race and Paddlers Gathering. It's going to be right over at Diamond City on beautiful Bull Shoals Lake on August the 11th. And he gave you the phone number if you have any questions. If you'd like to sign up, anybody can sign up for it.
And then a concert following.
And a big concert following. And actually, Heather may be over there doing the Sup Race. I'm
Probably
really
not.
hoping she's going to be on one of those big surfboards. And if you see
Well,
her
you
out
count on
there, give her a round of applause, because she needs it. She will need your help.
Yeah,
Just
I'll be
kidding.
the one falling off.
Stay with us on Connection. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to talk about a big event here as we get closer to school. It's a giveaway for all the kids going back to school here on Connection.
When the day-to-day routine has drained the color right out of you, let Extreme Tanning help you get back your healthy radiance. With state-of-the-art 10 and 20-minute tanning beds, a stand-up booth, and UV-free spray tanning, Extreme Tanning can help you get that golden glow you've always wanted. Also, check out their complete line of tanning accelerators, moisturizers, and accessories. With membership programs starting as low as $14.99 per month, this staff at Extreme Tanning will assist you in selecting just the right plan. Take your tan to the extreme. Extreme Tanning, Highway 43 East in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King and Heather Jones. And the second segment of our show today has to do with two firemen from the Harrison Fire Department. But it's not about fires today. It's talking about giving away school supplies. Thank you, guy Joe Wallace. Clint Nichols. Hadn't seen Clint in a long time. First time I've met you, Joe. Thank you for graciously accepting the opportunity to come in. Is that pretty good, Clint? Graciously?
Pretty good there.
Some of the guys down at the stations, we've had them in.
They shy away.
They kind of shy away, so they got Joe to accept.
Well, it's a pretty scary place.
Yeah, it is a scary place. Thanks, guys, for coming in. We appreciate it very much. School Spy giveaway. When did this start?
This will be our 11th year that we're doing the backpack drive. Our Assistant Chief Mike Dotson and our Lieutenant Michael Campbell started it. They seen a program up in Springfield that they were doing it, and they decided that maybe we could do it here.
Boy, what a success it has been.
Yeah. Where do you get the money? How does the funds
it's basically all donations. We'll do backpack drive or fill the fire truck at Walmart, and people can donate when they go in. We do actually August 2nd. We're going to go to the city pool. And from 3 to 6 p.m., people can donate school items, and they can get in there and swim for free. So all different types of things like that. People donate, businesses donate checks, and anybody who wants to can donate to it.
The school supplies themselves that you purchase, wherever you get those school supplies, will the retailers help you out a little? I mean, do they discount them? Do they give you a better deal because of what you're doing?
Absolutely. We first of all, we get them local, Walmart. We get them from Main Street Trader and some other local. Everybody helps out. It is such a great community activity because we're getting help on all ends. We get the donations come in, the stores help us, get a little discount here, a little something there, a little suggestion where we can get something else over here. No one fights, no one argues. They're all helpful suggestions, and 100% of the donations, 100% goes in to getting these kids school supplies.
It can be so expensive, especially if you have more than one child.
Yeah, and I know, I bet through the years, I mean, I've been involved with you guys through the years. I don't know how many we covered this thing, but been to the event, and the lines keep getting longer and longer. But particularly with the economic situation that we have today, it's tougher now than it used to be. Cost of supplies have gone up, obviously.
Seems like the lists are getting longer.
The lists are getting longer in the school. As a matter of fact, you probably have to. Do you have to contact the schools to kind of get an idea of kind of the basic stuff?
Yeah, the list hasn't changed much over the years.
Basic
but, we try to just concentrate on the staples.
Okay.
And ever since we started, we've checked with schools. In fact, if we have some left over, sometimes if we have some left over, but very seldom, we try to give it to the local schools, the counselors or whatever, so they keep up with us.
Good.
I mean, they kind of tell us how it's going, if something's going to change or something. All the local schools are great. They give us information and stuff on what they need. And like I say, we've been able to stay around this 600 backpack range almost the whole time. So in fact, when we started out in plastic bags, handing them out.
That, yeah.
And of course, Mike and Campbell and Mike Dotson have, they wanted to get into the backpack thing, which has been a great thing also. So.
And it's is it just for Harrison families, or is
That's anybody in the surrounding area. Anybody that brings a kid can get a backpack.
Okay.
That's an important thing. You need to bring your child with you. So.
Yeah, that's right. You want them to bring the children with them. That's a good, and rather than just parents come down there and get in line and get the thing. I'm sure, obviously, you have families from all over the viewing area, all these counties around, probably even maybe from Missouri. We're so close to Missouri.
Yeah, I remember a few from Missouri last year.
With Omaha being up there, I'm sure some people maybe.
We're not turning anybody away.
No, you never have turned anyone away. One good thing about it too is Clint, as you mentioned a while ago, they give away the backpacks until they run out. Then usually you'll have loose supplies more than you have backpacks, I'm sure. But to also give those to the schools, because I'm sure during the year, we have kids that are moving into the district. You have kids that run out of the supplies that can't afford them anymore. 8 weeks into school than they can when prior to school starting. So those extra supplies, I'm sure, are very helpful to the schools if you give them some of the leftovers. so to speak.
Absolutely, and if anybody wants, it's not too late to donate right now.
That's
If you'd like to
fantastic.
donate to this program, anything, we'll buy supplies up to the day of.
Right.
And then if there is anything left over, we put it in an account, and next year, same thing, we start buying supplies, and we start early. Again, all these shift guys, they fill these packs up in between doing all their other duties.
Right.
We get a fire, obviously, wreck, we drop them, come back, start over, and but they do it amongst all their regular duties, and some of them come in off duty to work on this. It's just, I think everybody believes it's a good program, and everybody's working towards the same goal, and it's great.
Now you guys have other things going on that day too, other activities.
Now, what else do you have?
The police department will be there. The hospital will probably send out an ambulance, and if Area Vac can come out, they're going to try and bring the helicopter out. BACA will be there.
Right.
Bikers Against Child Abuse. So
Fire
we have
safety house will
probably
be
the
out
fire
there. We'll have
safety
kids in
house.
the fire safety
So
house.
there's tons of stuff to do for all the kids. We'll have snacks and drinks. So there's
Is
going to be a lot of things to
Pluggy?
do. Pluggy should be there.
You betcha,
Huh?
Pluggy, and Fire
like
Pup will be
Pluggy.
there
Yeah,
too.
Fire Pups. Yeah, we got Pluggy.
You always ask, you like
I like
Pluggy.
Pluggy. I think that's
You're a
great.
Pluggy fan.
They are.
Everybody likes Pluggy better than us.
Yeah. A couple, I think 2 years ago, maybe not last year, 2 years ago, I was down there, and they took me up in the big ladder truck, and I didn't realize how high that thing got. Wow. But anyway, we went up, and it was really neat to get a perspective of to how many people were there. Literally, the line was, they had to have people there letting people across Industrial Park Road because they didn't want them to get hit by automobiles, but they were lined up in the Fashion Center Mall parking lot, and then they had to break, and then after the line had moved on around a little, they let some more people come across. But that's how big a line. It went all the way around Fire Station number 2, came back around into the door there in the front where they gave away the stuff.
And we'd like to thank BACA for they helped a lot of
They
people
did.
crossing
They
the
helped.
street.
Yeah.
And if you show up, absolutely, they're going to be parking across the street.
In the Fashion.
The Fashion Center Mall has always been really great
Right.
about that, and all those businesses have been really great. BACA helps get people across, but we want everybody to be careful. It's still
Yeah.
Industrial Park Road.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic, and there'll be kids.
Hold those kids, yeah.
Exactly. Hold them tight and be careful,
When you're
because it's hard
driving.
for us to be out there. We're so
Yeah.
busy handing
Oh,
out
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
BACA chips in. Of course, there'll be a few policemen around,
Right.
but everybody be careful. So.
Used to, I'm not sure, I don't want to put you on the spot, but used to you had one of the restaurant chains used to donate some like little breakfast stuff. Do you still do that kind of
I
stuff?
think we're going to be getting donuts this
I
year.
think we've started doing
Okay, I know
donuts.
you
They
do.
like
Each year
donuts,
you
I
do
think is what we get.
maybe
now.
just some little something.
Yeah.
Just
to
a little
have.
snack and some soda
Yeah.
pop. Sugar up them kids, and send your stuff, and away they
That's
go.
important.
Yeah, they get, and then I think they're going to give away donuts, and then all the dentists in town give them a 20% discount,
There you go.
so they can come in to get their teeth.
Yes.
No, I was just kidding. No, that's great. Let's see here. What else have we got? Obviously, you take donations all the time. The day of the event. What's the date on it again?
August 11th.
August the 11th. Starts officially
At 9 o'clock is when we'll start giving them out, but you want to get there early because
Yeah.
the line's going
I
to be
bet
going
they
around
get
the
there,
building.
7 o'clock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they start lining up.
And as you know, plumb around the building and plumb down the road.
And
And
it's at
if you're
the,
going to be driving out that way that day, just
Yeah.
just a lot of caution. So.
and it's at the fire station across from the Fashion Center. Just
Exactly, on Industrial Park Road.
Fire station number 2.
Okay. And if someone wanted to make a donation or do help or do something, they just contact
They
fire-
can come
the fire
down. They can
department?
either call or come down to Fire Station 1, and either if they have a donation, they can just give it to one of the firemen on duty, and they can put it in the fund. Or if they want to help, they can probably get with our assistant chief or Lieutenant Campbell, and they can find a way to plug them in somewhere.
Well, that's really good. It seemed like every year the people, not only do they enjoy the fact that they can bring their kids down there and get the school supplies, but the activities that go on. You have a lot of your staff, a lot of the firemen are there, and the people are intrigued, even grown-ups, by the fire equipment. The big ladder truck and the emergency rescue unit sitting there, and because a lot of people don't understand exactly what all these guys do,
Right.
guys and gals do, because as Clint mentioned, I mean, they're actually on duty and off duty getting everything together for this giveaway. So one thing about our fire department, and I've told you this, Clint, many times, and don't know Joe until I met him today, but he's part of the team. But the Harrison Fire Department, through the years that I've worked with him here, they are so community oriented. I mean, it's not just it's not just rescue, and it's not just putting out fires and saving lives and saving property. They're day in, day out. You guys do a fantastic job of interacting with the community, and I think we're fortunate to live in a town like Harrison.
Absolutely,
we really are, because people helping people type thing. And but the fire department, I mean, I've seen you out there, with your boots and collecting money and cold weather and all kinds of programs and stuff going on, and the fire prevention programs that you do, and going to the schools and explaining to these kids, I know you've done this so many times, this little smokehouse
meeting
thing.
place.
Yeah, meeting place. Where do you go? And it's it saves lives. It's something that's so important. Preventive measures, not just you don't just respond to accidents and fire situations, but speaking of, since we got just a few minutes here, let's touch on it because it's going to continue. It looks like for a while. How's the situation with burn bans? I mean, what's that? How are you running into?
We're under extreme conditions right now, and in fact, I think it's a lot worse than, unless you've experienced a fire, it's a lot worse than you can imagine. We went on a fire Sunday. We're not sure. It started on the outside. Looks like we're still investigating that. A lot of fires are starting from very small ignition sources right now.
Even a cigarette butt.
Absolutely. We had several grass fires. I know the guys in the county have been running their wheels off. I'm also, Jay's here on Bergman Fire Department also. I'm on Crooked Creek. All of them been running their wheels off to these grass fires. And if you can't burn trash. You don't need to be burning anything. It's the fire off the end of a cigarette, like you just said. We're under very extreme conditions. Watch out for your neighbors, and you can be ticketed if you're out here doing something you shouldn't be doing. You can be ticketed, and not just by the Harrison Fire Department, by law enforcement here.
A burn ban, official burn ban, means no burning.
Absolutely, and law enforcement in the county or anywhere. So it's not just a matter of something you shouldn't be doing. You better not be doing it, because you burn your neighbor out, you're liable for all that. So
I wanted to touch on that because we've been under burn ban on and off most of the summer.
Well, we want to tell everybody. Like you said, we live in a great community, city and county. Keep an eye out on your neighbors. Keep an eye out. If we're going to, they're calling right now. If they're going to really help out, we've got to catch those fires quick. Got to catch them quick and knock them out, because went to a fire here out south of the town. It was 4 or 5 acres, and it's hard to knock those out very quick. So
we've got about a minute left, but I was even thinking about catalytic converters on a car parked in the grass will start a fire. In fact, my understanding is the highway department, I know in Newton County they were having some real issues. Sheriff Slapel there was telling me a week or so ago that they quit bush hogging side of the roads because it hit a spark of rock and they've had to put out the volunteer fire department.
Marion County, I know, had one of those from a bush hog. Absolutely.
So anyway, I've got off track a little bit, but
I
want to touch on that because it affects you and affects all of us. And just everyone needs to be cautious out there. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today. Joe, thanks for getting involved, and we appreciate you coming and being with us. Of course, Clint's always good to see you, and seen you for many, many years, and you've been involved in so many different things. But very appreciative to the entire fire department here in Harrison for all your great work that you do for the community, particularly this school supply giveaway. If you see these guys, tell them thank you. You see them out there, they're doing all this above and beyond the call of duty, so to speak, and it's all for you. It's for the community out there. Hope you have a good week.
Thanks.
Stay cool as best you can down there.
Okay.
And don't start
I don't
any
get out
fires.
much.
If
No.
they do, they're going to call us. Clint Nichols, Jay Wallace, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in today. Don't forget about the school supply giveaway. It's August the 11th at 9 a.m. It'll be on Industrial Park Road at Fire Station number 2. Make a donation. It doesn't too small. It doesn't matter. $5, $10, whatever you can give, it will be very helpful, and you'll make families that maybe are having a rough time right now have a little easier time when school starts, which is coming up here at the end of August. Thanks for joining us on Connection today. We hope we brought some information to you, and we always enjoy doing the show. You won't be with me next week? Are you going on vacation? Oh my gosh.
I hate
Didn't even know. How do you know how to spell vacation? I don't know how to work. We'll see you again next time on Connection.